Think you've seen it all when it comes to lesbian cinema? Think again. From steamy thrillers to bold emotional roller coasters, these movies don't just turn up the heat, they leave a mark. Ready to discover the most shocking, hot lesbian films that will keep you hooked till the last frame? Circumstance.
بعضی وقتا باید شرایط رو قبول کرد.
Set in Tehran, Circumstance follows rebellious best friends Atafe and Shireen as they navigate underground parties, curfews, and the lure of freedom. Their late-night escapades pulse with secrecy, connecting them in a vibrant cocoon of music and stolen kisses. When Atafe's strict brother returns with rigid ideals, the girls' bond becomes a lightning rod for tension. Each moment they share feels like a final act of defiance against looming consequences. In the end, one fateful decision threatens to shatter everything or spark a daring escape. Crush.
You think that your crush on Gabriella Campos is Cal Artworthy?
This semester I'm gonna make my move.
Oh yeah? Name one time that you've made a move.
Is she in slow motion again?
Yeah.
Music playing in the background? Mm-hmm. You are a lost cause.
In Crush, shy high school artist Paige gets roped into joining the track team after a prank scandal. She's initially laser-focused on winning over her longtime crush, but finds herself unexpectedly drawn to teammate AJ. Long afternoons on the field reveal hidden talents and unspoken feelings, turning every practice into an emotional obstacle course. Just when Paige thinks she has life figured out, a final, thrilling race flips her perspective. Sometimes, the person you've been chasing stands right beside you all along. Our love story.
잘 보이고 싶어서.
Our love story introduces Yoonju, a timid art student hunting for materials in a salvage yard, where she meets the self-assured Ji-soo. Their shared fascination with design and midnight snacks blossoms into something deeper. Sketchbooks fill with glances and confessions neither can voice aloud. As Jisoo's independence collides with Yoonju's reserved nature, cracks form in their fragile romance. The culmination arrives in a single whispered conversation that poses a stark question: can love outshine the fears we hide behind? Mosquita y Mari.
Tell me something. Something you never told anyone.
Set in an LA neighborhood, Mosquita y Mari follows the quiet Yolanda and the streetwise Mari. Forced together by schoolwork, they develop an intense friendship fueled by bike rides and fleeting touches. Each girl brings her own struggles, financial burdens, parental expectations, into this unexpected closeness. Tensions spike when they realize their bond extends far beyond friendly chats. As family pressures mount, they must decide if risking everything for honesty is worth the fallout. One tender farewell leaves us wondering if courage can truly conquer uncertainty. Princess Sid.
Can I tell you a secret? I kind of want to have sex with Katie. What, is that weird? Not at all.
Princess Sid sees restless teenager Sid escaping her troubled home life to stay with her reclusive novelist aunt in Chicago. What starts as a low-key summer becomes a journey of self-discovery after she crosses paths with the magnetic Katie. Stolen late-night moments and warm coffee shop laughter reveal Sid's deeper needs, ones she barely recognized. When a sudden personal crisis shakes the household, Sid must confront both her past and her heart's desires. A lingering final image reminds us that sometimes vulnerability is the key to belonging. Water Lilies. Set against the world of synchronized swimming, Water Lilies explores the delicate connection between Marie, Floriane, and Anne. Marie admires Floriane's effortless grace, her every dive brimming with poise. Anne watches from the sidelines, grappling with her own insecurities. Long hours in the pool become a stage for unspoken admiration and blossoming attraction. Hidden feelings ebb and flow, creating rifts that can't be mended with a simple apology. When the final competition arrives, one mesmerizing routine forces them to confront the tides of changing affections. My Summer of Love.
I love her. She loves me. We're going away together.
In My Summer of Love, working-class Mona and polished Tamsin collide in the sun-drenched English countryside. Their days blur into long walks, languid picnics, and whispered confessions. Tamsin's worldly charm captivates Mona, stirring up a tempest of possibility. Yet beneath Tamsin's composure lurks a question about what's real and what's performance. When illusions unravel under looming secrets, the idol cracks. A final confrontation on a secluded hilltop reveals that even the most dreamlike bond can splinter under the weight of deception. Kyss Me.
Det är redan 56 stycken som har osat på mejlet om bröllopet.
Oj.
Kyss Me begins at a family gathering where Mia and her fiancé celebrate an engagement, until Mia meets her soon-to-be stepsister, Frida. Sparks fly over unexpected conversations and uncertain boundaries. Even as wedding preparations continue, Mia feels pulled into Frida's orbit, searching for something she never realized she needed. Each stolen moment heightens both guilt and thrill, until one emotionally charged confession exposes everything. The fallout begs a pointed question. If love strikes at the worst time, should you seize it or let it slip away? Bottoms.
Adrenaline is flowing. Next thing you know, Isabel and Brittany are kissing us on the mouth.
In Bottoms, two awkward teens, PJ and Josie, form a secret fight club to impress the cheerleaders they've been crushing on. Their plan sounds wild, and it is. As bruises accumulate, so do comedic mishaps, building a bizarre sense of camaraderie among the girls. Rumors and rivalries escalate with each round, culminating in a raucous homecoming showdown. Amid the chaotic flurry of punches and heartbreak, the duo discovers a far bigger question. Can fearlessly fighting for what you want ever truly conquer teenage drama? I can't think straight.
Have you ever done this before?
Slept with a woman when my fiance makes wedding preparations. They're so in love. It brings tears to my eyes.
I Can't Think Straight introduces Tala, a spirited Jordanian preparing for a traditional wedding, and Layla, a gentle British Indian writer. Their casual meeting quickly turns into clandestine coffees and longing looks, unraveling Tala's carefully arranged plans. Cultural expectations loom large, pressing Tala to hide her growing feelings. Meanwhile, Layla fights her own insecurities, grappling with whether she's truly enough. In a pivotal moment of clarity, hearts are laid bare. A single yes or no could alter Tala's future and challenge generations of tradition. Imagine Me and You.
How about you? Married? Have you been married? Are we gonna be married?
I'm gay.
Cool. Well done.
Imagine Me and You begins at Rachel's wedding, where she momentarily locks eyes with the charismatic florist, Luce. That split-second jolt triggers a wave of uneasy curiosity. Rachel's tidy married life collides with new electrifying possibilities she never dared consider. Shared jokes and stolen glances test her sense of loyalty. Her husband senses her distance, stirring conflicts that blur lines between right and wrong. As tensions peak, one honest realization points to the truth of love. It can arrive in the most unplanned moments. Booksmart.
Amy, you've been out for 2 years and you've never kissed a girl.
I really don't know what I'm doing with all that stuff.
I have a secret for you. I once tried to masturbate with an electric toothbrush.
Booksmart offers a wild ride with best friends Molly and Amy, who realize they've aced academics but missed out on the fun of high school. Determined to make up for lost time in a single night, they crash parties, confront rivals, and unravel comedic misadventures. Amid the chaos, Amy's quiet crush sends her heart spinning, while Molly's fierce determination hits unexpected roadblocks. Their final hours of high school turn into a heartfelt reckoning. A fleeting morning moment suggests that true growth can happen in the face of utter chaos. Carol.
And then it changed.
She's still my wife. I love her.
I can't help you. you with that.
Set in the 1950s, Carol follows Therese, a shy department store clerk, and Carol, a poised suburban wife on the brink of divorce. Their first meeting over a Christmas gift sparks a connection neither can resist. A road trip offers refuge from prying eyes, allowing shared smiles and whispered confessions. Outside pressures soon threaten their fragile paradise. Custody battles and hidden recordings overshadow their pursuit of happiness. Yet in the film's quietly breathtaking finale, a single glance across a busy room hints that hope can rise from heartbreak. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Le temps restez-vous? Je ne sais pas. J'ai un nouveau sentiment. Le regret.
Set on an isolated island in 18th century France, Portrait of a Lady on Fire sees Marianne secretly commissioned to paint Eloise, a reluctant bride-to-be. Marianne observes Eloise's features during windswept walks, memorizing every nuance. Silent mornings grow into candid evenings brimming with unspoken truths. Their bond deepens as the wedding day looms like a storm on the horizon. Each brushstroke unveils another layer of vulnerability, until the painting itself feels like a testament to their impossible love. In a final haunting exchange, both see that some flames can never truly be extinguished. Blue is the warmest color.
Tu vois que tu sois Gwyn. Mais le truc, c'est que t'es venu chez moi plusieurs fois dormir à poil dans mon lit, tu vois. Là, c'est un peu plus dur.
Je viens de te dire, je suis pas lesbienne, faut que je te le dise comment, putain, t'es conne ou quoi? On est bien là.
Blue is the warmest color. Chronicles. Adele, a curious teenager who finds her life transformed after meeting Emma, an art student with striking blue hair. Their romance blossoms with uncontrollable intensity. Late-night cafe chats, passionate kisses, and tender afternoons cooking together. Over time, societal pressures and personal ambitions strain their connection, challenging their once unbreakable bond. Heartache and regret weave through their journey, culminating in a poignant reunion where lingering gazes speak louder than words. The lingering question remains, can the imprint of first love ever truly fade? Princess Sid.
Can I tell you a secret? I kind of want to have sex with Katie. What, is that weird?
Not at all.
Sid, a spirited and curious teenager, travels from South Carolina to Chicago to spend the summer with her Aunt Miranda, a respected but introverted author. The two women couldn't be more different. Sid is direct, spontaneous, and craving connection, while Miranda is reserved, intellectual, and prefers solitude. As their personalities clash and then soften, Sid begins exploring the neighborhood, where she meets Katie, a local barista. Their flirtation slowly blossoms into a tender relationship filled with first kisses, deep talks, and shared laughter. But just as Sid finds comfort, a buried trauma resurfaces, forcing her to confront more than just young love. You can live forever.
Isn't it beautiful? You trying to convert me?
Not unless you want me to.
Set in a remote Canadian Jehovah's Witness community, Jamie is sent to live with relatives after her father's death. Quietly rebellious and emotionally adrift, she meets Marika, a devout and kind-hearted girl her age. Their connection is immediate, pulling Jamie into a world that is both deeply affectionate and intensely confined. As the girls fall in love, they're forced to keep their bond secret in a town where even a glance can invite suspicion. Tension builds as Jamie questions the community's rigid rules, while Mariki's faith keeps her rooted. Their final decision isn't just heartbreaking, it's irreversible. Ellie and Abbie.
You know those people who make fun of you because you drink almond milk? It's not my fault I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm gay. You're such a bigot!
When awkward high schooler Ellie builds up the courage to ask her crush Abbie to the formal, she's suddenly visited by the ghost of her deceased Aunt Tara, a loud and proud lesbian activist from the 80s. Tara appears as Ellie's unsolicited fairy godmother, dishing out blunt advice and pushing Ellie to be bold in both love and identity. As Ellie juggles her feelings for Abbie and Tara's relentless mentoring, the film jumps between teen romance and an unspoken queer legacy. But behind the lighthearted moments lies a deeper revelation about who Tara really was and why she came back. Girls Like Magic.
I'm not bisexual.
Yeah, you are.
I just thought it was a friends thing, you know, like when we all used to get together in school, we'd like kiss in our rooms. We do.
It's just less than an hour.
Magic, a free-spirited British musician, moves to Los Angeles and becomes fast friends with her neighbor Jamie, a straight woman stuck in an unfulfilling relationship. Their friendship intensifies quickly, fueled by shared humor, mutual attraction, and a deepening intimacy that neither can easily define. As Magic starts to fall for Jamie, things become emotionally complicated, especially when Jamie begins questioning her own sexuality. The film dances through spontaneous moments and raw conversations, building toward an inevitable emotional climax. In the end, Jamie must decide if she's willing to risk everything for something that might not even have a name. Girl Trash, all night long.
Tyler! Tyler! Dude! Brody might got food poisoning. We got a spot. We're playing Band Slam!
This outrageous musical comedy takes place over the course of one chaotic night in Los Angeles. Daisy and Tyler are trying to make it to the Battle of the Bands, but everything goes sideways when they get caught up in crime, drama, and unexpected hookups. Meanwhile, Daisy's little sister Colby is on a mission to win the heart of Misty, the girl of her dreams. With original songs, fast-paced dialogue, and interwoven storylines, the movie is an energetic ride through lesbian nightlife and youthful messiness. By morning, reputations are wrecked, secrets are spilled, and one kiss changes everything. Life partners.
Where's your girlfriend?
Hi. She's not my girlfriend.
Please, she will be. She's hot and she worships you.
Paige and Sasha are inseparable best friends, but their bond is tested when Paige, a straight lawyer, suddenly gets into a serious relationship with a guy. Sasha, a laid-back lesbian still figuring out her career and dating life, starts feeling left behind. As Paige grows closer to her boyfriend, their friendship starts to shift in subtle but painful ways. Their once daily calls become occasional texts, and jealousy builds beneath casual conversations. The film captures their growing rift with honesty and wit. By the time they realize how far apart they've drifted, they're faced with the hardest question: can they get it back? Hollow in the Land.
Do you think he could have done it? The police are gonna find him and then we're gonna figure this out, okay?
In a rough Canadian mill town, Allison's brother Brandon disappears after becoming the prime suspect in a local murder. With her father already in prison for a violent crime, Allison is determined to clear her brother's name and find out the truth. She sets off into a cold and hostile community where every lead feels like a dead end and every face hides something. Along the way, she gets help from unexpected places, including a quiet but pivotal romantic interest that adds another layer to her emotional journey. But in this town, love offers little protection from what she's about to uncover. The Four-Faced Liar.
Oh, it's never have I ever? If you've done it, you drink. If you haven't, you ain't.
Never have I ever kissed a girl.
A group of 20-somethings in New York City, Greg, Tripp, Molly, and Bridget, spend their nights drinking at a dive bar called the Four-Faced Liar. Molly is in a relationship with Greg, but she's drawn to Bridget, a brash and unapologetic lesbian with a sharp tongue and a literary soul. What starts as curiosity turns into something more, and their growing bond begins to destabilize the whole friend group. With long stares, late-night confessions, and emotional betrayals, this isn't your typical coming-out story. When everything finally cracks, Molly is forced to decide which version of herself she can live with. Addicted to Fresno.
Sex addict.
That's a thing? I thought it was like made up by Tiger Woods or something.
How many guys are you?
Shannon, a recovering sex addict, and her optimistic sister Martha work as hotel maids in Fresno. Their lives spiral into chaos when Shannon accidentally kills a guest during a botched hookup. With no choice but to cover it up, the sisters are forced into a series of morally dubious schemes involving blackmail, body disposal, and a very strange gym instructor. Amidst all the dark comedy and absurdity, Martha develops a quirky romance with a fellow maid, adding a layer of sincerity to the madness. But in the end, love can't solve everything, especially when there's a body in the trunk. Lesbian.
Hey, Mrs. Anderson.
No.
Yeah.
When are we meeting the boyfriend?
Soon.
I don't like surprises.
Surprise! I'm not a boyfriend.
Lauren is finally ready to come out to her family over Thanksgiving weekend, but her plans are derailed when her roommate and ex-boyfriend shows up unexpectedly, leading her conservative family to assume he's her fiancé. As misunderstandings pile up, Lauren's efforts to be honest are constantly interrupted by loud relatives, nosy neighbors, and escalating family drama. Every attempt to speak her truth turns into comic disaster. The tension builds toward a chaotic dinner scene that forces secrets to explode. In the end, it's not just Lauren's secret that comes out, it's everyone's. Alone with You.
Charlie girl, that shoe was insane, but I'm finally on a flight. I love you. See you tonight.
Charlie is preparing a romantic night to welcome her girlfriend home from a trip, but as she waits in their apartment, time starts distorting, flickering lights, warped memories, and a growing sense that she's not alone. Calls from her mother become unsettling, mirrors reflect the wrong images, and her girlfriend's return feels less certain by the minute. The film traps you in Charlie's unraveling mind, blurring the line between isolation and delusion. As the truth unfolds, it becomes clear. She's not waiting for someone to come home. She's waiting to wake up from what's already gone wrong. Summerland.
I have a husband. Why don't you have a wife? There was someone. Once.
Here we are. So I say, make the most of it.
During World War II, Alice, a reclusive writer living on the English coast, is forced to care for Frank, a boy evacuated from London. At first resentful, Alice eventually bonds with the child, and through their growing connection, we're introduced to her own buried past. Years earlier, Alice shared a profound love with Vera, a woman she thought she'd spend her life with, until Vera chose conformity over love. The memories are both beautiful and cruel, echoing through her present day. As Alice opens her heart again, the film asks a painful question. What if the war you lost was love? The Intervention.
Anything? She threw peaches at me.
Did it feel exciting to get attention from some cute young girl? Yes.
4 couples gather for a weekend getaway under the guise of relaxation, but in truth, it's a secret intervention for one unhappy married couple. Among the guests are Annie and Jesse, a lesbian couple whose own issues are simmering just beneath the surface. As conversations unravel and alcohol flows, everyone's private problems begin bubbling up. Old tensions resurface, new confessions are made, and what was supposed to be one couple's intervention becomes a group reckoning. In the chaos, Annie makes a choice that changes her relationship forever, proving that you can't fix others without facing yourself. Hearts beat loud.
You're my whole life. I want something different. It's time to get away.
Frank, a widowed record store owner, starts jamming with his daughter Sam during her last summer before college. Their hobby unexpectedly turns serious when a song they record goes viral. But while Frank dreams of a future in music, Sam quietly navigates her own plans, falling in love with a girl and preparing to leave everything behind. The film captures that bittersweet tug between chasing new beginnings and holding on to what's fading. In the end, music may be their bond, but it's the silence between them that says the most. Booksmart.
She's got a really cute smile.
Go talk to her.
Sorry. Sharp elbows. Not as sharp as your chin. What?
Overachievers, Amy and Molly realize on the eve of graduation that they've spent all of high school studying while their peers partied, and still got into good colleges. Determined to make up for lost time, they plunge into one wild night of misadventures. Amy has her sights set on a cute skater girl, and her awkward attempts at flirting lead to some of the film's funniest and most heartfelt moments. Every encounter is a lesson in confidence, chaos, and coming into your own. By morning, Amy's heart is bruised, but her self-worth is unshakable. So, which of these films left you speechless? Drop your favorite in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more bold and unforgettable movie lists. See you in the next one.